Coming up on this episode of The Power of Real Estate.
The postcard's super simple. It's me standing in front of like a city with my hands up, and it says, I'm in real estate now. Are you selling, buying, or investing? And I write them a cute little note. I send out 20, and I'm not allowed to send another 20 until I follow up with a phone call.
Hey, Michelle, are you ready?
Tell me about it, stud.
Well, all right. She spent over 20 years as a successful realtor and realtor coach, recipient of over 40 sales, leadership, and literary awards from the legendary Music Row in Nashville. This is The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Hello, hello, hello. All right, we're in the studio. We got a special guest. I'm so excited. We got Ms. Fonda Hatmaker. She's with eXp Realty. How you doing, girl?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, I am doing fabulous. I've been telling a few people about how we were going to have you in and have you on the show. And everybody's wanting to know, when is your episode going to be released? And so no pressure, because she comes in today and she goes, I'm nervous. And
no pressure.
So anyway, yeah, so I'm just adding on, aren't I? Like, oh, great. You said don't be nervous. All right. So, Fonda, I heard your story. And I said, holy moly, I got to talk to this lady. And I loved it because I heard some of the things that you're going to share today. I heard, and I said, this is exactly what I've been talking about. This is what I spend so much time and effort teaching real estate agents on how to be successful in this business. So I just love it, love it, love it. So we're going to talk with Fonda Hatmaker. For those of you that don't know her, she is a licensed real estate agent in Manchester, Tennessee.
Yes, ma'am.
Manchester, Tennessee. Do you happen to know the population?
It's about 8,000 to 10,000 people.
Okay.
Salute! Yeehaw!
Producer Jimmy. Oh my goodness, giving his nod to hee-haw. Okay, so while we're recording this, we're midway through October. You've been licensed since January.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have been licensed coming up on a full 10 months? Mm-hmm. Yes, so 9.5 months, and by the end of October, that'll put you at 10 full months, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, just want to make sure I got the numbers right. So in 10 months, at the end of October, what are you set to have closed by then?
29 to 31.
Okay, so 29
transactions.
Okay, so we'll be conservative.
Yeah.
We'll be conservative, Fonda, and say 29.
Okay.
All right, so let's just say, so how to close 29 deals in 10 months. I heard her story and said, holy moly, what is that lady doing? And I loved it because she shares that it turns out I've been right all this time. We're not talking about rocket science.
Or a secret sauce.
Or brain surgery.
That's right.
So I was like, what has the lady been doing? We got to have her on the show and bring some hope and health and healing to everybody else. So, okay, so that's what today is about, how to close 29 deals in 10 months. Fonda, you the lady. All right, so what do you attribute your success to? We're gonna share what she attributes her success to and some details. So lean in to your phones and let's listen.
I think the most important thing that I can attribute it to is consistency and action every single day. But there's really no secret sauce. I was in direct sales for about 5 years, and I kept copious notes on everyone, their address, their email, everyone I've ever come in contact with.
Now, when you say direct sales, what were you selling? What
makeup and skincare.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, are you still doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you did that for 5 years. Is that immediately prior to getting your license? So the 5 years before? Okay.
Yes.
Because you're still doing it. So, okay. And then what did you do before that?
I actually worked in a factory welding mufflers, and then I started law school, and I decided that law school wasn't for me. I have a personality that's loving and caring, and it was just bogging me down. So I found a happy place with women in makeup and skincare, and then my sons moved out and went to the Army, and I said, I need something to do. And eXp kind of fell in my lap. Real estate kind of fell in my lap. When I looked at it, I thought, I could do this, because in eXp I work from home. So I thought there's no clock-in hours. I could add this on. And it's been a beautiful add to my life.
Okay. So full-time, are you doing real estate full-time?
Yes.
All right. And do you do the skincare full-time?
Well, it kind of runs itself now that I've got clients and customers.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Gotcha. So this is really your full-time gig.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to close 29 deals in 10 months at least. And so that's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And so that's why I wanted to have you on the show. So share with us. So you talked about consistency. You also talked about action every day. So one of the things I say all the time is activity breeds activity. I bet you would agree with that. Right.
100%. Yes.
Yep. Okay, so let's talk about how that has happened. So you got your license. What'd you do?
I ordered some postcards off of Vistaprint. I ordered 500 so that I could make it through the year. And I've already ordered more since. And the postcard's super simple. It's me standing in front of like a city with my hands up, and it says, I'm in real estate now. Are you selling, buying, or investing? And I write them a cute little note. I send out 20, and I'm not allowed to send another 20 until I follow up with a phone call. So it's a postcard phone call. And I think that's what I attribute pretty much most to my success, because I'm not a secret agent. Everyone knows that I'm an agent in my life. And even if, like my niece, I sent her a postcard, she says, I know you got your license. I said, I want it to be ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
So I introduced myself as a realtor. So the main thing is sending out the postcards, but then following it up with a phone call. And you have an excuse. Hey, girl, did you get my postcard? Did you see that I was a real estate agent? Do you know anyone that's interested in buying or selling? Have you talked to any friends that have said anything about real estate? A lot of times they're like, not really, but then I'll get that after text, and they'll be like, hey, Miss Daisy said she was looking to sell her home. This is her phone number. Give her a call. And then that's where your personality picks up and your action steps, because you're always working toward meeting people, building relationships with them. So I go to Miss Daisy's and I get the listing.
Okay, so first question. What do you put on the postcard? When you say that you write them a little something and you hand write the address to them on the postcard, what are you sending?
Cannot wait. It really, I don't do like a blanket. It's how I know that person, where I met that person. Right. It's not a blanket. I mean, it takes me a minute to write the 20. And it's not a blanket. So a lady that I just met at a spa, we call our beauty show spas, I would say to her, it was so great connecting with you at Michelle's Spa. I just wanted you to know that we've had a relationship for a few years, and I wanted you to know that I'm in real estate. You trust me, like me, and love me. So I know that you might have, some business for me, some real estate that you're interested in. And that's why it's hard for me to play a script, because I don't script anything. I do it with my heart, and their needs, how I met them, because I take copious notes about people that I meet. You'll find it in my phones and contacts.
What you going to say about me? I'm kidding.
She's beautiful. She should be on TV instead of the podcast.
Oh. All right, so that's one thing, fabulous. So activity breeds activity, because then you're getting the text messages. When you get a text message and it says Susie May at the daycare said she was interested in buying and selling her home and buying, when do you call them?
Almost immediately, unless that comes in late.
Yeah.
Because she has just talked to, okay, so let's say Kay tells me about Susie May. I call Susie May and I say, hey, I was talking with Kay and she said that you're interested in selling your home. My name's Fonda. I've known Kay this long. She trusts me, and she thought that we would be a good fit. When's a good time that I can come to sit down, talk to you, look at your property, let's see what you got.
Yeah, that's so good. And you just go from there. So again, activity breeds activity. You sent the postcard, you made the call, you talked with them, you asked them if they know anybody, they said no. Then they get to thinking, or someone mentions real estate in the next 24 hours, so they send you a text, and then you call. So again, that's another activity. Then now you're going and you're doing a listing presentation. See where this is going. Activity breeds activity.
And then to Kay, once I list Susie's home, I send Kay this cute little meme of me that says thanks a bunch. It's pouring out love. The word love says thanks a bunch. You would not believe they don't really want gifts for referrals. Just that action of, hey, I'm acknowledging you. And then if she sends me another deal, There might be a coffee cart in her mailbox. So I just keep that relationship going. I'm very good at that. I'm very
people
good
want to
at
be appreciated.
Yes.
So that's good. Do you keep them updated throughout the process about where Kay is with selling her home?
That all depends on we're selling Susie May's. That all depends on what Susie May wants because it's her home, not Kay's home.
Yeah.
But like if we got full price offer, I asked Susie May, can I share with Kay that we got a full price offer? And she's usually like, yes, girl, I already told her,
That's good. Or just, hey, we already got an offer.
Yes.
And, so I got the listing, thank you, and then we got an offer. And then I usually call people the day of the closing, right after I've left the closing and say, hey, I'm just now leaving the closing. I just want to thank you again. It's a phone call. Yeah. And so it's just keeping them throughout the process updated because and knowing what's going on because they're the ones that gave the referral. And I take giving a referral extremely seriously.
Yes.
If I give somebody a referral, it's usually without hesitation. I got to be a raving fan to give a referral. So you mentioned early on that you were with EXP. Would it matter to anybody where their license is?
They never ask.
Yeah. Okay. But also, did it matter to your success?
No. I mean,
they're helpful. It's great, all that. But my point here is EXP is great, but so are many other companies.
Right.
We're not saying you need to be with EXP. I'm trying to eliminate any of the stinking thinking people that are listening are using as excuses or reasons why maybe they're not successful and you are, and trying to make those reasons. Here's the bottom line. Fonda wasn't a rocket scientist or a brain surgeon. She got in and she got some postcards and she just started doing the work. And if you start talking and telling people, like she said, she's not a secret agent. And so she in Manchester, Tennessee, we're not talking downtown Nashville.
Right.
This lady has made it happen off of just good old-fashioned talking and relationships.
Yes, because like at the banks, I don't go through the drive-thru. I don't go through the drive-thru at restaurants. Everyone I meet, I go to the busiest time to go grocery shopping. I used to hide from that, thinking I need my me time. And now I go when it's the busiest so that I can hand out cards, wear my name tag, and just talk to people. And I want to go back to what you said before about EXP. I don't have anything to measure it to. I'm a brand new agent. EXP was who I joined in the beginning. I think that there's a lot of great agencies out there. I know that there's a lot of great agents because I've worked with 29 of them at least.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. But my point is, we're not saying you have to be at EXP. We're not trying to sell anything. We're not trying. This is about how did Fonda Hatmaker sell and close 29 deals in 10 months. It is, no matter what your yardstick is, that's quite impressive. And then when you add the fact that she's down in Manchester, Tennessee, so you just keep at. This is about mastering the basics. This is, if you've listened to The Power of Real Estate and all the episodes before, this is what it leads to. This is what we have talked about. These are the very things I always say. It's not rocket science or brain surgery. And all you got to do is open up that database and start connecting with people. And I love that you're sending out the post. I always tell people your plan, your touch plan needs to be a multimedia touch plan. And you always need to send something after you've talked or like you're doing it before and then following up. And so that either way, it's a 1-2 punch. And you're connecting with people and, and saying, hey, what can I do? And what happens is a lot of times people want to help, especially those that know, like, and love you. And so they want to help you. They just don't know how to help you. And so when you call and you say, hey, did you get my postcard? I'm excited about my real estate business. This has been so much fun already. I've already got some leads. I'm already got on my first listing, or I've done this, or I've done that. And you say, do you know anybody? Well, that right there is planting the seed to them like, oh, I could help Fonda. This is how I help Fonda. You're letting people know how they help you. For us, we think, well, of course, that should be obvious. But to most people, it's not, because maybe they've never been in sales. They've never been self-employed. They don't work off of referrals. They don't know. And so, and even those that do sometimes still don't think, oh, well, maybe Fonda needs business. Who knows?
Right.
And so, Fonda, we appreciate you being here. We're going to have you back in the studio in a couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about Facebook. And I'm so excited about that because I know that's part of your strategy. And we're going to hear how that's helped you get business as well. We'll see you next time on The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.
Realtors, if you're ready to jumpstart your business, Michelle has your realtor coaching covered at realestatecoachingsimplified.com. Everything from coaching online teachings to in-person programs. Join us next time for The Power of Real Estate with Michelle Moore.